you are in Mr. Magnus's class.
Oh, no.
The actual Mr. Magnus.
Do we know this for sure?
You know it with every fiber of your being. This Mr. Magnus does indeed come as advertised. Mr. Magnus was not... this Mr. Magnus is not the magical clone that you met and ultimately dispersed to the winds some days ago. This is an actual living human being who, by your measure, is incredibly kind and incredibly focused on having a wonderful classroom environment for all of you. So that's what you are all doing. You're all in class with Mr. Magnus. And yes, Mindy.
Just to check if it's the real him.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Should I take a peek?
2d6 plus weird, please.
Oh, okay. I rolled 2 1s. Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
New record! New record! New record!
This is a new record of in multiple ways.
Hold on. This is what happened. We set the scene. We're in a classroom. We know it's okay. I read his mind. Complete failure immediately. It's less than 2 minutes.
I'm really sorry, everybody.
Are you?
Kinda, yeah. This time, I a little bit.
Maybe all you'll lose is classroom helper.
Right now.
I just wanted to add a quick bit to the beginning, and now I feel like
You sure did. You sure
derailed everybody.
I'm going to break out the emergency adventure.
No. It was supposed to be a job.
This is the first real regret I've felt in this show.
Oh,
We are going to the emergency adventure
I'm sorry.
Why do you have an emergency adventure?
for this reason.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt. You didn't trust us. But I'm also sorry that you couldn't trust us.
All I can say is I apologize.
I wrote so many notes. Oh, well, okay, here we go. Emergency.
Now, the good news
Oh, good.
is that Mr. Magnus is indeed a human.
God.
And Mr. Magnus does indeed believe he is Mr. Magnus. Like, that's what you're able to sense is you're able to look into the mind of this person who is convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is in fact Mr. Magnus. That's as good as you can get. I mean, he looks like his picture. He thinks he's Mr. Magnus. That's about as good as you can get. Reason why is he is nervous. It's very hard for you to kind of dive into some of his deeper memories or anything like that because he's, all of those memories are coated with kind of a thick rubbery layer of nerves. Specifically, he thinks he's being watched.
Yeah, by us.
And at least one other person.
At least one other person is watching him? He thinks?
Mindy, let's have you roll again. 2d6 plus sharp, please.
I'm so afraid. 9.
All right, a partial success. Yeah, there is someone watching him. And all of you, in point of fact. Mindy, you're the only one that knows this right now because you were kind of on heightened alert. Yeah, there's a car in the parking lot outside the window of your class. Very nice car. And in it is a figure. And you kind of like reach out and kind of like make sure it's an entity in that car instead of just like a reflection or something. And there is, in fact, a person in that car. And that person is, in fact, watching this classroom. And Mr. Magnus seems to know that.
I'd like to send a mental message to Zlobs.
Mm-hmm.
Zlobs, don't say anything out loud.
Okay.
No, don't
I say
move.
internally.
Okay. Don't move your hands either.
Okay.
Just stay still. I'm giving you very clear directions. Don't say anything and don't move. I'm going to tell you something. Are you ready to
I'm not breathing.
anything or do anything? No, you can breathe. Slower. Breathe slower. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, there's somebody watching us outside. They're in a car and they're watching us. I just said you're looking.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead and look. I'm going to look straight ahead. You go ahead.
Hold
And
on.
look.
Wait, put down my glasses. Yeah.
Zlobs, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at a car outside.
Hold on. I'm going to mentally message Darby. Zlobs, be right back.
Okay.
Darby. No, don't move. Hey, it's me. Don't move. And don't say anything out loud. Okay? Okay.
In my mind.
There is someone in a car outside watching us. No, okay. Hold on. Zlobs is looking, so don't look.
Okay.
Bamber dam barms. Bamber dam barms.
Hold on 1 second. Be right back. Zlobs?
Yeah.
Hi. Face front for a moment. Thanks. Okay. Darby?
Mm-hmm.
It's your turn to look. Go ahead. You see the car?
I see the car.
Okay, hold on. You both just
Suspicious.
you both looked at the same time.
Did anyone notice?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me check. I'll do a quick survey of the class.
Oh, no.
Did anybody notice? Or are we
2d6 plus weird, please.
10?
Did you want anyone to notice?
No.
Nobody else noticed.
Okay, perfect. We're flying under the radar here. Little League mission.
Mindy.
Zlobs.
Oh, I was trying to get Mindy's attention, not Mr. Magnus's. No, I'm not talking to you, Mr. Magnus. Okay,
All
Mindy.
right.
Okay, Zlobs. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Do you want me to go take care of the car?
What does that entail?
I don't know yet. I will figure that out when I get there.
Hold on. Let me ask Darby.
Okay.
Darby?
Mm-hmm.
Should Zlobs go take care of the car?
When he says take care of, does he mean explode?
I think maybe, yeah.
I think that's probably not the next best choice.
Maybe we should go
probably get some more
investigate.
information. Yeah, we could. I think we could ask Mr. Magnus if we can go test our mousetrap cars outside in the parking lot. Sometimes we get to do tinker time outside.
Okay. Which one of us should ask?
Mr. Magnus?
Yes.
I was wondering if Zlobs and Mindy and we've been working on our mousetrap cards, and they're working pretty well on the smooth floor, but I know that we have to, they have to work on the pavement. So I was wondering if we could just go outside to the parking lot to test them for a few minutes.
Tinker time.
Tinker time outside.
Is it because you feel like the three of you are needed in the parking lot at present?
Yes. I mean,
Yes, for the mice.
Yeah.
Yes, please do that and report back.
Thank you.
We'll report back on our tinker time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mindy, you Mr. Magnus makes it so clear you don't even need to try hard. He knows you're going out to deal with the thing that is also making him nervous.
Oh, good. Okay.
Makes me a little nervous that Mr. Magnus is nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why he's nervous. I'm not
Mr.
nervous.
Magnus doesn't usually feel nervous.
I'm excited to go outside. It's nice for a winter day.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're outside. You'll head out. You have
I go up to the car.
Your mousetrap cars. And what about the car?
I go up to it.
Sure.
Mhm.
The car is a remarkable piece of machinery. It's this kind of low-slung, underlit car. Like it's like a two-door coupe. The windows are tinted. The front windows are tinted. Though as you approach, the front windshield untints.
Oh, that's cool.
And in it is a young man, you think,
Man, we don't know any of those.
wearing a leather jacket, a pair of sunglasses. And as you approach,
He's cool.
He kind of raises his hand, rolls down the window, and hands you a thumb drive. Unless you plan on stopping him, he is going to back out of this spot and drive away.
Why don't I follow him?
All right. That's cool.
Okay.
Mindy, we can go to the computer lab.
Okay.
Just stay in touch with me.
I know someone in the lab.
Oh, I love your connection in the lab.
Darby, we're going to deal with you first. 2d6 plus sharp to follow. I'm going to give you a -1, and I'll tell you why after you roll.
6.
Okay. So you kind of let this car back out and start driving away. It sounds like a perfectly normal car, and the engine turns on and drives away. And, you kind of give it half a block so that, he doesn't know that you're following him. And, you get a running start, brass wings come out, and you start flying. We then cut to inside the car. This guy is driving 10 and 2, hands on the wheel. And he kind of looks into the rear view mirror, which starts to kind of move on its own related to his eyes. And it kind of focuses on you, like this tiny little flying figure in his rear view mirror, a couple 100 feet back and a couple 100 feet up. He takes his sunglasses off and puts them in his pocket. And presses an as yet unforeseen button on the steering wheel of his car, which accelerates from about 40 miles an hour to about 160 miles an hour in about 5 seconds.
Oh.
You lose him fast. In the computer lab.
Mm-hmm. I have put on my lab coat.
Lab coat on. There are a bunch of other people in here also wearing lab coats, since this is, of course, the computer lab.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to the desk.
Is your contact at the desk?
Yes, Mr. Rospin.
Would you mind describing him in a word?
In a word?
Or a phrase?
Mr. Rospin is really into computers and AV equipment, and he's very excitable and supportive of student interests.
Yeah, so he's, he's currently wearing, kind of a rather comprehensive-looking augmented reality headset. And as you start approaching, like you hear some weird echoey beep within the headset, and then kind of half of it kind of swings up off his face, and he's looking at you with one eye.
Hi,
Mindy
Mr. Rospin.
Mathers, welcome to the lab.
Thank you. May I please use the AV closet?
Of course. Boop, boop. He hits a button, and like a big, like filing cabinet looking door full of like pass cards and keys swings open, and he hands you the one for the AV closet.
Thank you very much. Is it free?
Right now it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Raspin.
Come on.
Of course.
And I appreciate you unbanning me.
Well, just know that I could ban you again at any time, and frankly, it would be for everyone's good if I did, but not today. Today, you have something to do.
Mr. Raspin, if ban me twice, shame on you. Ban me 3 times. Well, ban me twice, shame on me. Ban
Once.
me 3. Well, no, this is my second time.
Oh, okay.
I know how the saying goes, Mr. Zlobs.
I don't.
Well, rest assured, I'm not banning anyone today. There is much to do. And he gets back to whatever thing he is doing. And yeah, the AV closet is open. You, in point of fact, you swipe the card, door unlocks, you walk in. The AV closet isn't really a closet. It is kind of a secure lab within the lab. And, you knew that going in. Secure, like air-gapped computers, kind of all sorts of stuff, like liquid-cooled supercomputers in here. Somerville Public Schools, very well funded, and so you have all manner of fun computer tech.
Yeah, it's not a place where just any student can waltz into without a teacher supervising them. But me and Mr. Raspin have an understanding, and that understanding is that I'm very careful.
Indeed.
So
yeah, here you are, a computer of any shape and size you want, and a thumb drive.
You ready, Zlobs?
I plug it in.
Okay.
On it is a video. It starts playing immediately.
Oh, wow. I didn't have to touch anything.
No.
What technology?
Yeah, it's Mindy. You are likely, between you and Zlobs, much more attuned to how computers work. And yeah, the thing on this is just like an automatically executing file, which could be super bad. But it's not. It looks like this is just playing a video. And it's a very specific video. It's cut together from what looks like traffic camera footage and 1 or 2 shots from a military drone. It is of Listerine, Zlobs' truck.
That's Listerine, my truck.
Driving through Somerville, making hard turns, full of small furry monsters. There is a voice speaking through some kind of obscuring filter. Kind of as voiceover, as we just see like shots of Listerine kind of like barreling through town. We've seen what you've been doing in that car of yours, but we think that's just scratching the surface. If you think you have what it takes to really make a name for yourself and your wheels, the starting gun fires tonight.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
The last thing that pops up is an address. Route 20 and Galen Street, Watertown, 11:59 p.m.
Oh, I write that down.
Question for the chat. This thumb drive is going to self-destruct. I would love to know how.
Oh, no.
My AV closet privileges.
He said no one was being banned today, so I think we're safe.
Everything in here is great. The thing self-destructs very poorly, in that the inside of it turns into some kind of superheated goo, which very quickly destroys the USB port that you put it in. Oh,
no.
What?
Gosh.
I didn't do it. It did it itself.
Geez, I'm going to have to be honest about this with Mr. Raspin.
Well, hold on. Okay, let me just put this, let me switch computers.
All right.
No,
let's roll ad hoc computer repair. 2d6 plus sharp, please.
Okay. 5.
Zlobs.
No, I can fix it. Here, just listen. Let me see your knife.
The liquid cooled video card in this thing starts to overheat, and the coolant system ruptures, and now there is coolant kind of spraying out of a random.
Oh, wait, no, it's fine. I just gotta cool it down. I take another coolant from another computer. I plug it in.
Please.
We're gonna go ahead and jump ahead. Zlobs, you are once again banned from the computer lab.
It was inevitable.
Mindy, you are as well.
Mr. Rospin, this was my fault in that I clearly did not do enough to stop this. But maybe I could use some of my my after school service time to help repair the AV closet. My Nana could come help me. She knows a lot about computers.
The sooner you and your Nana resolve all of this, the sooner the ban will be over.
Understood.
At around now, you see Darby, Zlobs, and Mindy walking dejectedly out of the computer lab. They are covered in coolant.
What?
I got banned.
Zlobs, what did you do?
I got banned from the computer lab again.
Was this related to the USB drive or
tangentially?
Unrelated?
It was somewhat related. It became unrelated at some point. Hard to say.
I was just trying to help. I didn't want to get you.
I know.
Do you need anything else done in the computer lab that it looks like I'm going to have to do? Or were you able to see what was on the drive?
Oh, we saw what's on the drive.
It was a video.
Mm-hmm.
Of what?
They want Zlobs to bring his war truck to Watertown.
It's named Listerine.
To Watertown.
Tonight?
It seems like it might be some kind of race.
Well, the car that I was following, I lost it. It was going fast, but then all of a sudden it accelerated. I've never seen a vehicle go as fast as it did. It was there, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. It must have been going 150, 200 miles an hour, like faster. I've never seen anything like it.
Zlobs, are you sure you want to show up to a race with people that can drive that fast?
Yeah.
Oh, what if it's
More
illegal?
so.
Or a trap.
Or they're just going to laugh at how slow your truck is.
Don't laugh. It'll see how cool it is. I mean, they want us there for a reason. If it's for a nefarious purpose, we should be there just so we put our Blittle League eyes on it. And I don't think Watertown has a Blittle League team.
Well, that's a pretty good point, Zlobs.
Wow, that is a good point. You know,
why was Mr. Magnus nervous then? Like, how is this related to him?
I think he could tell someone was watching us from a parking lot.
Also, being a teacher seems hard. You have to manage a whole group of kids, especially us.
True.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
He's got such good attitude about it too.
I was just thinking about something. We should probably go back to class and finish up the day. But after school, before tonight, I was thinking about people who might have more information on an illegal drag race.
Is that what you think it is?
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Wait, who do you know about? Who would know about an illegal drag race?
I don't know for sure, but it seems like the kind of thing that Susie might know about, doesn't it?
Oh, actually, yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. And then now that you say it, of course, it just makes complete sense.
Yeah.
We jump ahead again. How do you get in touch with Susie after school?
There is a payphone outside the school, and I am going to use it to call Susie.
So weird that it only takes pennies.
Yeah, it takes a long time to load in 51 pennies into the slots, but we do it.
So you, it's after school enough that Susie is home, so you call her home line.
Yeah, it takes us that long to put in 51
Indeed,
seconds.
yeah, it's a good 20 minutes.
We had 47, but we had to scrounge up another 3, and that was a whole adventure.
Yeah.
Chen residence, this is Mr. Chen.
Hello, Mr. Chen. This is Mindy Mathers calling.
Ah, Mindy, how are you doing? It's been a while.
It's been a little while. I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, doing just fine, but I'm sure you didn't call asking after me. I'll get Susie on the phone.
Thank you.
And then you just hear like the distinct sound of like adult with like hand over receiver being like, Susie, you have a call. And then you hear the click. Mindy, what's up?
Almost. Oh, hi. It's Mindy.
Mm-hmm.
Susie, how are you?
Oh, doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Just a quick question for you. Have you well, let me
Drags.
Yeah. Oh,
Racing.
yes, thank you. We were invited to some sort of illegal drag race, and I was wondering if you wanted to come. Or if you maybe had any information about something like that. What was that?
Yeah, she had information.
You're doing great. You're doing
You got
great.
this.
This sounds like something you might know about.
2d6 plus charm, please.
I can pick her up. It's fine. We can pick her up if she needs it.
Okay. Bad. Five.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, you do.
I'll
That's
be
nice.
there. Click.
Oh.
Okay. Do you want? Okay. Talk to you later, Susie. Oh, that's so nice and kind of you to say. That's she hung up a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
At the Chen residence, Susie puts down the phone and walks out of her room and down the hall, past her brother Alex, who peered in at the phone.
Oh, Alex.
Y'all going to Watertown?
Wait, did Alex say that or us?
No, I'm asking you. Are the three of you going?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're captivated.
I also, I do make I open up the Blittle League Office of Tactical Invention and Bake Home Pizza Kits, and I open our app, and I request some equipment for Listerine for speed.
And
maneuverability.
Maneuverability. Excellent. Yeah. We will have a conversation about that in 2 minutes.
Great.
Zlobs, you should also ask for some more burritos.
And that's always there. That's always automatic. Yeah,
you should be able to give them to everybody.
On your way to the corner of Route 20 and Galen Street in Watertown, you of course pull up to the Chen residence in Waltham. Susie Chen's already waiting outside. She is wearing, and you can't tell, she's wearing like kind of a big hoodie, but Zlobs, you just know because you know what it looks like when people are wearing ballistic armor. She is clearly wearing a bulletproof vest under there and carrying a duffel bag full of weapons. Thanks for the invite, everybody. And she gets in and closes the door behind her. Can't be late. They're not going to wait for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I see that you brought weapons.
Enough for everybody.
Well, I mean, if you look in the back, it's just filled with.
If
you need anything, I have lots of. It's not organized, but I have a lot of different ammunition and calibers and all sorts of fun stuff back there.
Plus, I have my weapon.
That's quite the knife. She unbuckles her seatbelt and kind of dives into the back where she begins organizing your ordnance.
Wait, I know what all that stuff is.
No, you don't.
Hey, Susie. Just a quick question. Why do we need so many weapons for this race?
I don't know. Why do we need anything?
That's good philosophy.
Okay.
Hey, Susie. Is this like an annual thing? Have you done this before?
Sort of. And no, I've never done it before. No, I definitely have not. It's just good for all of us to be prepared and also have a good time.
Is it going to be fun?
Yeah, I think so.
That's all I need. Oh, my exit! Hard left!
All right. Welcome, Somerville Sunflowers and One Waltham Windflower, to the Run on Springfield, a 90-mile combat road race to be done on Route 20 from Watertown to the Tire Tower in Springfield. The Tire Tower, of course, being the giant flaming pile of tires that's been burning for some time as part of a ritual that is older than all of you. It is literally midnight, almost. You are in this parking lot with all of these other vehicles. There are about a dozen of all shapes and sizes. A few look like tuned-up sports cars with the interiors ripped out and racing seats and harnesses and roll cages installed. Others are larger SUVs, conversion vans that look all armored up and outfitted for off-roading. And then there are some wild ones. I'm very glad I prepared the emergency mission. The four that are most notable to you, I'm giving them names even though you don't see the names on the cars. This is just a nice, easy way to remember them. One is called the Ace of Diamonds. It is a two-door coupe that is covered in some sort of matte black paint and driven by a woman you've never seen before, but it looks like she's seen a few things, with a navigator that appears to just be a smooth metal sphere with a face on it. The next car is something called the Catamaran. It's a contraption that looks like two SUVs bolted together by a crossbar. The one on the left appears to be a driver's cab, and the one on the right looks like a supply truck with a Gatling gun on top. Zlobs, 2d6 plus sharp, please.
8.
Those are WPI colors. The third is a car called the Icicle, which is a white hearse with 2 seats up front and 2 in the back. And it looks like big slabs of armor on either side. And the fourth is something called Big Dome, which is a station wagon with some sort of odd device bolted to the top. The odd device looks like a lawnmower from the future.
Oh. Oh, these are the people we're racing against?
Yep, those 4 and then like 8 other cars.
I should probably try and collect some relevant secrets.
Oh, no.
To be helpful.
That's fair.
2d6 plus weird, please.
10.
Okay. Do you want to know about a friendly or do you want to know about a not friendly?
Tell me a not friendly. We should be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to race.
Big Dome is being driven by Deer Fox Hopscotch.
That's
now a youth intern with Fauner Bachman.
They were on the roses, right? The Roxbury roses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We see now the windows of this station wagon are not tinted so much as covered with a lattice of duct tape, and so kind of our perspective kind of goes through the lattice, and you see like Deer Fox Hopscotch, kind of talking on the phone while like fitting like leather driving gloves. Yeah, I should have some pretty good reports on the experiments by the end of this thing. Yep. All right, Miss B. I will get you some good data.
Everybody,
Mhm.
your fox hopscotch is in the dome.
Mhm.
Do you want me to take him out?
Be patient.
Mm-hmm.
We should try to run a clean race if we can.
Yeah, a clean combat race.
Either the person that met you in the parking lot before, or someone dressed very similar, you can't tell because it's midnight, kind of walks from car to car. He's holding like an open, hard-covered briefcase, and he keeps reaching into it and kind of putting things on the windshields of every car. And when he walks up to you, he kind of puts it on yours. It's like the size of a golf ball, but it's covered in some sort of goo to make it sticky. Oh. And like once it sticks, like a little red light kind of flashes on within it. And then after a couple more minutes, all the other cars are tagged as well. And you hear a voice, that same kind of weird, audio distorted voice that you heard before. Welcome, everyone, to the run on Springfield. You're going to hear a pistol shot. That means go. Your goal is to get there as best you can to the tire tower in Springfield. Winner gets a prize.
I like prizes.
Good luck. Drive fast.
That's the only way I know how to drive. Actually, very safe. I'm actually a very safe driver.
Our view kind of pans across the front grills of all these cars, Listerine, Catamaran, all of these others, these little tuner cars that look like they go 1 billion miles an hour, big trucks that look like they were supposed to be hauling lumber instead of driving in a race. All manner of things. Hands gripping wheels, switches being flipped on, various teams of racers talking to each other, laptops in back seats opening up, telemetry data coming alive. Everybody waiting for the pistol shot.
I'm going to take my place on top of Listerine.
Mm-hmm.
You are not the only person that is hopping on top of the vehicle at this point. There is a heavily armored figure that pops up the roof of the supply truck of Catamaran and sits behind the dual-linked Browning machine guns.
Darby?
What's up, Mindy?
Watch out for the guns.
Got it. Hey, Zlobs.
Yeah.
Help me dodge those guns, okay?
Yeah, I got you. Don't
Cool.
worry.
All right, Zlobs, you're going to make a choice because you got a supply drop. Mm-hmm. Maneuvering, armor, speed, or offense. You can add a +1 to any of those, but you're going to have to add a -1 to one of them as well. What that means is anytime any of you make any roll that slots into the concept of maneuvering, armor, speed, or offense, no matter what it is you do, you're going to add either a +1 or a -1 to it. So like if you want to increase maneuvering, anytime you do something that involves Listerine bobbing and weaving, no matter the roll, could be a weird roll, sharp roll, anything, you're going to add +1 to it. But if you sacrificed speed for it, anytime you just need to outrace another car or beat another car on speed, it's going to be a -1. Or you could keep everything perfectly neutral.
That's not going to be neutral. We're giving it the Zlobs treatment. +1 armor, -1 maneuverability.
Got it. So yeah, there's a lot of armor welded to this thing. You fill the tires with sand. You kind of do all of the how can I turn this thing into a tank in an hour treatment. And
it's already pretty tanky as itself.
Sure is.
Yeah, Mindy, put on his flat jacket.
What?
Put on his flak jacket.
What's a flak jacket?
It's so you don't get.
And with that, the starting pistol goes. Several things happen immediately. Of the dozen other cars, all but 2 of them take off like a shot. Except for Catamaran, which immediately swivels its linked heavy machine guns and blows up one of the sports cars next to it before taking off.
Hey, Susie, not that I care, but is this legal?
Oh, no, not at all.
For sure not, right?
Yeah, we should expect
Definitely.
resistance from the locals.
Yeah, okay.
Susie at this point is like putting in a mouth guard and loading
What the heck?
and loading deer slugs into a shotgun. Thunk, thunk, thunk. All right, this is going to be a race in multiple parts. The first is what I'm going to call the Watertown Speedway. So this first stretch of Route 20 is cleared of cars. And all of these various war vehicles are kind of driving around in a cluster trying to get the measure of each other, capabilities and whatnot. Essentially, you're in the peloton. You're in like this big blister of cars, all kind of driving. Most of the cars appear to just be trying to get speed and draft off each other and try to break out of the pack. Whereas a couple, however, are exchanging fire. Specifically, Catamaran. There are just like spent shell casings like flying out of the roof of Catamaran while it's trying to like chew up the tires of another sports car that's trying to get by it. The goal is to get through this speedway and try to avoid damage.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, and anyone can answer it, how do you want to do that?
I want to try to take out those guns on the Catamaran.
Sounds good.
Which means going straight at them.
Yep, that sounds
we all
like
have, like,
offense to me.
We all have like headsets too, so we can.
Mm-hmm.
Get each other.
You're a little heads up. You're all chatting.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, secure tactical office stuff.
Oh, and I have a nice heads-up display on the dashboard. Like,
you sure do
on the windshield.
Yeah, so it's and that's the thing is like normally you're not driving surrounded by hostiles.
Yeah.
So like normally your heads-up display is just nothing. It's like just essentially a GPS. But now it's just like red dots everywhere and like trajectory markers and stuff. So yeah, Darby, you are mounting effective offense against the Catamaran.
Zlobs, I need you to launch me at the Catamaran.
All right, hold on, Mindy and Susie.
All right, Zlobs, if you want to make a help out check first, roll 2d6 plus cool to give Darby a boost.
Oh, thank God, I have +3 cool, 7.
All right.
I rolled a 4.
+1. Darby, you got a +1 on this, but the Listerine will be exposed to consequences if something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Zlobs kind of spins the wheel. Listerine gets behind Catamaran out of its arc of fire. And like with that, like Darby, you're on the roof, like wings out, you get low and just take off like a shot towards it. 2d6 plus tough. You want to disable those guns.
7. I'm tough. No, wait, with plus 1, 8. Okay. Yeah, 8. I only rolled a 5. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Scared me.
God, I'm tough and had that help.
All right, let me look something up.
A sunflower has each other's backs. Always.
That is very true.
We riding the rest of this race on the Catamaran, aren't I?
We illegally race as a team.
Yep. So you flip. All right. How do you want? So this is a partial success. So you're going to get some kind of damage back. Darby, it's up to you. Do you want to take the damage personally? Do you want the damage done to Listerine, or do you want it in the form of a shocking secret?
Shocking secret.
All right. So you take off, kind of, attack pattern alpha. You're like banking back and forth, flaming sword, and come down. The turreted machine guns are like firing. It blows off like the rear armor of a sports car right behind you. And then kind of the guns pivot to you, and you're like staring down the barrels of these things, and they stop firing. And it's at roughly this moment that you kind of land, big sweep of the flaming sword, and you like hack through both barrels. Big explosion of sparks and shrapnel. You hear a scream. The person in the turret kind of grabs her neck, and there you see blood kind of running between her hands. She pulls off her armored helmet. It is Ungleton Spangles, Zoe Zlobs' roommate, who looks at you like rather shocked, and then ducks into the truck.
Hi.
Excellent job, Darby. It looks like you've cut off the head of the snake. Good job. Over.
I hope they're fine. Okay, back to Listerine.
Back to Listerine, indeed. With kind of the big heavy weapon now disabled, a lot of the cars start kind of maneuvering out and trying to fan around it.
Hey, Zlobs.
Yeah. Oh, this is Zlobs. Over.
Zlobs. So the person in the turret on the catamaran was Ungleton Spangles.
My sister's roommate?
Your sister's roommate. So I think we should move forward with the assumption that Zoe Zlobs, other Zlobs might be in there.
She goes by Zlobs.
Okay, well, Zlobs might also be in the catamaran.
Roger that. Over.
So, like, if you... Zlobs?
Yes, I'm still listening.
Okay, so just like if you... Maybe something that could... Her weakness or something.
Oh, she's like me. She's very aggressive.
Got it. Over and out.
With that, Listerine makes it out of the Watertown Speedway. A couple of the other cars aren't so lucky. But there's now separation, and you're all kind of driving in a big, long line. Stop number 2, downtown Waltham. Here's what you're dealing with. The streets are also clear. Mindy, I think you're going to be the one that notices this. As you're driving, you get kind of a weird little psychic tingle. There are, at this point, like 9 cars left of the 13. And you're just kind of looking, and you just get like a weird feeling from like an alleyway off of Moody Street. And you look, and all of a sudden, like a very small dirt bike kind of peels out from the alley and folds into the collection of trucks and cars and war vans and stuff. There's a bandit that snuck into the race. What do we do about the bandit?
I can probably take care of that.
Sure. Mindy, what do you recommend?
Well, right now I've just got my regular seatbelt on, but I'm going to go ahead and reach up on the other side of me and grab the Mindy seatbelt that Zlobs had installed that goes across my body in both directions so that if I absolutely conk out while entering somebody else's mind, I stay upright in the car and I am perfectly secure.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try and mess with the mind of the bandit.
Sure.
And can I use the floodlight to distract them so they're more susceptible to psychic intrigue?
Sounds like another help. 2d6 plus cool Zlobs.
14.
All right, nice. Mindy gets a +1 here. Mindy, do you want to affect their mind with a mental storm or something else?
Mental storm. I'm going to try and disorient them. I'd love to sort of have them not really know which way is forward in the race and which way is not forward. You know what I mean?
I do. 2d6 plus weird, please.
Okay. We'll storm it up. Uh-oh. +3 will be a 6.
Oof. Oh no.
Okay.
This was unexpected.
Yes, it was. I'm going to give you 3 options here. You're going to have to choose 2.
Okay.
Damage to Listerine, damage to you, or a shocking secret.
I get to know the shocking secret?
Oh yeah, it's going to become really clear.
Yes, that one. I choose the shocking secret, and I will take damage to me.
Got it. So you we're gonna view this from Susie Chen's perspective. So Susie's in the back seat along with you, and you're like double strapped in with the harness. And Susie sees Mindy like look out the window, kind of think for a second, look out through the back, and then like close her eyes and slump forward. And so of course Susie knows what that means. So she like turns around and like levels a shotgun at whatever is coming up behind. The person on this like little bike is kind of like bobbing and weaving and apparently like adjusting something in a satchel. Susie's eyes go wide. Then Susie looks at Mindy as like kind of like that strange out of body like smile creeps across her face. And in that moment, Susie screams as loud as she can, "No!" and hits you with a bucket of ice water. Mindy, you take 2 harm in the form of unexpected psychic backlash from that.
Hey, don't get the back of Listerine wet.
Yeah, that was like your cleaning bucket, which you use to clean things, and it's just like full of icy water, which is now like all, Mindy, it's like all over you, and that was very troubling to the brain. Susie kind of looks at you angry, and then rolls down the window, and instead of firing the shotgun at this bandit biker, she fires like 2 thunderous reports up in the air and screams, "Go home!" And with that, Alex Chen turns and goes home.
Alex. Susie, what the heck?
I know that face. You were going to do something to him.
Yeah. Not anything that bad. I was just going to get him all turned around.
On a bike going 70 miles an hour.
It's a race.
Yeah.
Darby, this is Zlobs. It's getting pretty awkward in here. Over.
And you're on our team, Susie. You're in our car.
Hello! Just checking in!
Hey, everybody. Yes.
I just was... Zlobs said it was awkward in here, and I thought I'd come down and check in.
It wasn't awkward. Nobody was disagreeing. And if we were, sometimes friends disagree. Even best friends disagree.
Okay. That's
We're
fine.
all on one team, and we've got a
We're all
race
on
to
one team.
win.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. That's what we're doing.
Go sunflowers.
Oh, that's something.
Windy sunflowers.
Windy sunflowers.
And now it's all of our. Now it's for all of us.
Yeah. that was a good pivot.
Susie kind of takes it all in for a few seconds before throwing a burrito in a microwave.
Good choice.
Susie, you put that in for way too long. It's going to be totally thawed out when you eat that.
Stop number 3 on the race. The Weston Flood.
Whoa.
You are driving through Weston. You are a few hundred feet below Weston Station Pond, which is held back by a sluiceway gate. That sluiceway gate is controlled by a computer system at a pump house. That computer system has been compromised by whoever's running this race, and the sluiceway opens up. You are about to drive through a swamped road. What do you do?
Oh, obviously the thing with swamped roads is that you're going to have a heck of a time with the terrain, and my heads up display starts going alight, and my technical genius brain kicks in, knowing the best way through this. Gotcha.
This seems to be a maneuverability type role.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, so we're going to give you a -1. However, you do have an exceedingly tactical mind. So
could I help out by trying to get in the way of the maneuverability of the rest of the vehicles we're racing?
Yeah.
By just doing some dives right in front of them.
It's not going to help. It's not going to help Listerine, but it can affect everybody else.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I'll let you roll that. Okay. So let's start. Zlobs, with your roll first. This is going to be 2d6 plus cool, but -1.
Mm-hmm. Great. That is a 13.
Yeah, no problem. Darby, your choice. This seems to me to probably be either. This is probably sharp. Like if you're trying to do something like tactical to like cause these folks to go off road into essentially a bog. Yeah. 2d6 plus sharp.
7.
Okay, partial success. Where there were 9 cars, there are now 8. You are going to choose which. You're going to choose which car gets it. Do you want to blow up Icicle or disable Catamaran?
But when you say blow up,
no one's gonna die.
No, okay.
No, essentially it's going to like slam itself into a Jersey barrier and
Icicle then.
Gotcha. So yeah, the cut to Icicle. It looks like some kind of like gang of cool teenagers, like the Comav Electrics. Thankfully, not the Comav Electrics. And they're kind of driving, and like one of them is wearing some kind of like body computer and is like shouting out coordinates. And the person on the wheel is kind of moving and maneuvering, and the person on the computer is like, "There is heading 15 that way. That is our only chance with our ground clearance." And then all of a sudden, there's like an angel in resplendent light in front of the car. They all scream. The car like slides. It essentially like jackknifes itself against a Jersey barrier. Like the frame cracks. This thing is done. Smoke starts like belching out from under the hood. And Darby, you kind of like fly off and land back on Listerine.
Darby.
Zlobs, I'm here. Zlobs, do you see that? Zlobs,
you have to deliver a comment. Isaac, kill ya later.
So that's a good zinger, and I love it. So yeah, where there used to be 13 cars, there are now 8, including yours. So you're still alive, along with the Ace of Diamonds, the Catamaran, and Big Dome, as well as a few others. The driving starts getting pretty wild out here. It looks like essentially whoever organized this clearly illegal race could not clear 90 full miles of road. So there are like actual cars out here. You're in the suburbs. There are people that are clearly like coming home from like late date nights and stuff. So all of a sudden the roads, while not crowded, involve kind of civilians. So all of a sudden all you cars are starting to weave around them. Getting into Worcester now. Stop number 4, the Worcester Bowl. On the approach to Worcester, you start passing these light up signs, the signs you would expect during like a snowstorm or if there's construction. And the sign, like the first one says, prepare for the bowl. And then the second one says 5 laps before you can exit. And then prepare for the bowl this turn. And
here we go.
There's a way station off of Route 20 in Worcester. This way station has been walled off into essentially a giant circular track, like a skating rink, only bigger. You and all the other cars need to make 5 laps of it before you can exit the way station and keep going. It's at around now that the cars with weapons are starting to use them.
I want to sabotage the bowl using a large explosive.
You want to blow this thing up?
Well, I mean, a part of it. Like, I want to make it more dangerous for other folks to, like, they'll have to focus on that, maneuvering around the giant hole in the bowl.
I did hear the word maneuver.
No, well, I mean, it's more a giant explosion.
Armor it is. But just. All right, so you want to trigger a massive disorienting explosion.
Oh my God, yes. That's Zlobs' life, John.
Sounds about right. That's
full self-actualization.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a kick some butt roll. That's for sure. So 2d6 plus tough. I'm going to give you a +1 because you are more than capable of detonating this bomb rather close to Listerine, so you can have added control over it. Tell me what you get.
Perfect. They have that +1. We got a 10.
Describe what this looks like.
Oh, this was Susie Chen.
Yeah, I'm here.
There were 3 totes called "Don't use this." Do you see that?
I do.
All right, open the back door and throw them out the back.
On a signal or just willy-nilly?
Now, please.
All right.
And as
this
she opens
is the signal.
As she opens the door, I take just one of my regular grenades and just throw it back without looking to land in one of the totes.
Mindy, Susie hands you the combat shotgun.
Oh, thank you.
Cover me. And she throws the rear door open and starts like hauling bags of explosives out.
I aim the gun. I'm aiming the gun at anyone that would. I'm covering Susie, so I'm aiming it anywhere I need to aim it.
Yep, you are doing some good aiming.
Mindy, shoot the tote. Shoot the tote.
Like a sports car kind of like lines up behind you at this point and sees you with the gun and then kind of like slides back out of your view. And at this point, grenade kind of arcs through the sky, hits the duffel bag, great big thunderous explosion. Where there were 8 cars, there are now 6. A couple of the cars just got buried in debris, and the drivers like climb out, cursing and screaming. All of you you're now like doing loops. The catamaran, actually, Darby, I'll let you roll it. 2d6, just straight up 2d6.
8.
8. Okay, so the catamaran is the catamaran's weapons car has mounted some kind of flamethrower on it. Where the swiveled Gatling guns were.
Oh, come on.
There's now like a flamethrower, and a heavily bandaged Ungleton Spangles is just like on it and like bathing a car that clearly used to be a Porsche in fire. But with that, 5 circuits of this bowl with flames and explosions everywhere happen before you eventually peel out. Currently, you are holding a bit of a lead.
Oh.
Stop number 5 of 6.
I give Susie her gun back.
Thanks. Good covering.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what that town this is. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Zlobs,
no.
Massachusetts. Now, the good people of Zlobs, Massachusetts don't seem too keen on this night race and are throwing concussive grenades at the racers.
as is tradition.
The people of Zlobs, Massachusetts know the value of freedom. So yeah, from various overpasses, behind a very familiar looking statue, and from all various pieces of cover, they are hurling like homemade concussive bombs that are meant to like blow off tires and dent doors and all of that. So the question is, of course, and this is a question for anybody, what do you want to do about it?
We need to we need to protect ourselves against the civilians of Zlobs, Massachusetts. Is that correct?
In essence, here's what's going to happen unless you intervene.
Okay.
The people of Zlobs, Massachusetts are going to hit Listerine with a number of grenades and blow it up. Or at least disable it so that you will be here in like the broken wreckage of a car 70 miles from your home. So you need to intervene in such a way as to save yourselves from that could involve doing something to the people. That could involve driving away real fast, maneuvering around it.
All right.
Abandoning shit, stealing someone else's car, anything and everything.
Why don't we do something to the people?
What a sentence.
Okay, I'll climb on the roof. Excuse me, Susie. Darby, can you help me out?
Yep, I got you.
Thank you. Okay, as we say in racing, cover me.
I got you. Got one hand on Mindy's shoulder.
Okay, I have to focus because this is a big swing.
Oh no.
I have an idea. Okay, so I think I am going to throw out some psychic energy. But I don't want to, okay, I've never done this before. I don't want to focus it on an individual person. I want to just kind of create a cloud of psychic energy around the truck so that anyone who kind of, if anyone enters the kind of vicinity, if we drive by anyone, this idea, this
like a notion
thing, well, yeah, this notion will sort of enter their mind.
And what would you like this notion to suggest?
The notion would suggest that these people love racing. Racing fans.
2d6 plus weird. I'm going to give you a -1 because this is the psychic equivalent of a ritual.
Okay.
And tell me what you get.
All right. 11.
Oh, thank goodness. Because I knew what would happen on the partial, and I knew what would happen on the failure. And I'm so glad neither of them need to be revealed to the world.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's basically that as we're going by, they kind of realize they're huge racing fans. And then when we get enough distance in front of them, they this idea has sort of left the area.
That is exactly what happens. You're kind of driving by down 20. There's like a statue, a very familiar looking statue, like pointing towards the horizon. And there are a couple of like teenagers that are, kind of like, water brigade style, like hauling like concussive grenades up to the top of the statue, where someone with the best arm in town is like hurling them onto Route 20. And all of a sudden, for like a moment, they just kind of stop and they kind of look at each other. And in fact, everybody within like 50 feet all just kind of looks at each other for a second. Come on, truck!
Yeah!
And as if a passing fancy, all of a sudden, they just get back to dutifully lobbing concussive grenades. But for 10 seconds, oh, what a time.
Mindy,
there were
amazing.
6 cars. There are now 4.
I felt that.
No, what the heck? There are 3.
No.
It's 4 actually.
Nope,
You
4.
plus 3 more.
Nope.
The Ace of Diamonds, the Catamaran, Big Dome, and you. Here's how Big Dome fared. Deer Fox Hopscotch is driving, and all of a sudden there's like a thunderous explosion nearby. And Deer Fox kind of looks up and sees like literally like a hubcap roll by from another car whose like engine was just like blown out of the car. And she looks, and there's, this like kind of glass dome where the armrest would be. And she kind of like flips it open, and there's a big red button, and she hits it. And that weird futuristic lawnmower engine thing on the roof starts like humming. And all of a sudden, Big Dome is protected by an energy field. A very unstable energy field.
The best kind.
A concussive grenade hits it, bounces, and blows the roof off a fire station. And with that, Listerine, the Ace of Diamonds, the Catamaran, and Big Dome make it to the final straightaway, the Springfield Sprint. This is the end. There's a giant pyre of flaming tires in the distance. You're driving. What do we do? Last roll. Full success means you win. Partial success means Listerine survives. Failure means you walk home.
I'm going to get back in the truck and buckle up.
Great idea. Who has an idea?
Take us home, Zlobs.
Great. Most people, when you get to a race, you stop. I don't have that fear because Listerine is a tough machine. And it's tires. It'll be fine. Just absolute reckless. Just without any, I'm not losing this game of chicken.
Yeah, because that's the thing is there's a finish line and you need to cross the finish line and then hit the brakes before you drive past the finish line and into the giant pile of flaming tires.
Yeah.
However, for you don't need to worry about that. So you're playing chicken with everybody else, which means you're going to stand on the gas and don't even worry about the brake. Okay. Well, you definitely get the +1 for armor. And I'll be darned, this is the coolest thing I've heard. 2d6 plus cool +1. Tell me what you get.
Oh, no. Just 13.
All right, narrate us through it.
Oh,
what happened?
Shades down, seatbelt buckled, AC/DC blaring, the weights of totes of weapons put down on the accelerating pedal. Zlobs gets on the outside of the car, arm on the top of the roof of the car, as Zlobs maddeningly just cheers on the race as he stares into the eyes of the people behind him who have to slow down. And then the finish line, and then the warning gate, and then the second warning gate, and then Zlobs gets in the car, and then an explosion of tires. And they go through the others, then darkness, then heat, then less heat, then light as it goes through the pile of tires. Zlobs goes up to a nearby McDonald's, gets some soft serve ice cream for everyone, and slowly down a side road back to the finish line.
With bits of smoldering rubber still stuck to the outside of Listerine. Like you're some great smoke gray horse. You just kind of canter back to the finish line.
like a stick when you make like s'mores with a marshmallow. The marshmallows get stuck on there.
Deer Fox Hopscotch is sitting on the hood of Big Dome filming this with their camera, with their like phone camera. Ungleton Spangles and Zoe Zlobs are standing in front of Catamaran. And the driver of the Ace of Diamonds and that weird metal sphere are also outside their cars. And as you peel back around, they all start clapping. There is a person here, flanked by what looks like bodyguards, wearing like kind of a big pair of sunglasses and like this big kind of like racing scarf. Like you can't really see much of their face. And this person walks up to Listerine and speaking into a microphone that obscures their voice, they say, "Well, that's one way to win a race. Listerine, congratulations."
Honk, honk, honk.
Yeah, and all the other cars start honking. Here are your prizes.
Ooh.
All of you get a business card.
Oh, I never had business cards before.
On one side is a $sign, and on the other side is a number. When this person hands them to all of you, they say, "For when you want to make some real money." And then the prize. Zlobs, you own Listerine, so you get a choice. This is something you'll be able to install in Listerine. A one-time cloak. So you use it once and Listerine becomes invisible for a plot-appropriate amount of time. Mm-hmm. A net launcher you can put on the roof to hit things with nets. Mm-hmm. Or a drive bot, meaning you can control this car remotely.
Oh, drive bot. Oh my God, drive bot. Yes, drive
Please
bot.
note drive bot under Listerine.
That'll be handy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a AI driving thing?
So the drive bot, like you could essentially tell it to take your car somewhere and it will.
Oh.
It's not a good driver. It would be the equivalent of like a 16-year-old driving your car. Mm-hmm. Or you could remote control it and with no latency, like drive it very appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we need a nickname for it. Yeah, chat really wants to nickname it.
Mm-hmm.
Something that would drive Listerine.
Yeah. Colgate or something.
So all of you are outside. This is not necessarily a party atmosphere. Everyone's just kind of exhausted.
Mm-hmm. It's
but
very late.
You're all standing around outside of Listerine, and Susie Chen kind of like leans in to Mindy. I'm sorry if I overreacted. I think I was more mad at my brother than you.
That's all right. You know, with psychic things like that, it's a little unpredictable. And family is important. I was probably a little mad at him too, on account of he lost me my classroom helper job for 90 minutes a few weeks ago. It was very troubling. But he's your brother. And
tell me more about that. Zlobs, what is your and Zoe's favorite late night food?
Oh, great question. We just love going to Miss Worcester Diner in Worcester.
Yeah, that's where the two of you are.
That was a pretty good race there, sis.
I would have told you I was going to do it, but it's really illegal.
I was going to tell you I was going to do it.
Know, right?
It's really illegal.
Well, I'm glad we didn't die.
Yeah. Oh, you came so close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your roommate okay?
Oh, she's fine. It's about heightening things, you know. She wanted to install guns, and if you install guns, well, an angel with a flaming sword is going to come by and destroy them. That's just how races work.
That's just how races work. Yeah, I've seen the movies.
Excuse me, another round of flapjacks, please.
Yeah, and strawberry shakes. 3 strawberry shakes. What do you want?
3 strawberry shakes.
6 strawberry shakes.